We have all heard about social media users doing strange challenges online. Sometimes they claim it is to raise awareness, others are obvious attempts to garner clicks and likes. Millennials in particular are mocked for this, but what if I told you the baby boomers had their own share of embarrassing trends? But before the internet, there was a challenge that became a craze that spread across the Ivy League coastal colleges. It was not getting splashed with ice water or swallowing a spoonful of cinnamon. This oldie but a goodie challenge involved college kids swallowing goldfish whole. Let's talk about it. Like all these things, it all started with a dare. In March 1939, a Harvard freshman named Lothrop Withington Jr. was challenged to swallow a live goldfish. He accepted the challenge, and the rest is history. It did not stop there. Withington's stunt quickly caught on, and soon college students across the country were trying to outdo each other by swallowing more and more goldfish. The challenge quickly became known as the goldfish gulping craze, and it reached its peak in April 1939, and soon a dance called Doing the Goldfish was invented to go with the challenge. During this time, there were reports of students swallowing goldfish, sometimes by the dozen. One student at the University of Michigan reportedly swallowed 42 goldfish in one sitting. Another student at Clark University swallowed 89 goldfish, setting a new world record. It exists to this day. Like the Ice Bucket Challenge or the Tide Pod Challenge, this trend continued throughout 1939 and it had some very negative consequences. Of course, like I said, not everyone who participated in this craze came out unscathed. Some students suffered from nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and others experienced more serious complications such as choking and internal bleeding. In one particularly gruesome incident, a student at Boston College swallowed a goldfish that got stuck in his throat. The fish eventually died and had to be surgically removed. Fortunately, no deaths were reported, but just a lot of pain. Unlike today, there was no social media, so these incidents did not get widely circulated until years after the craze died down. I have to be honest, not to sound insensitive, but when I hear stories of laundry detergent being eaten or swallowing a goldfish whole just to get clicks, it is hard for me to feel sympathy for this type of stupidity when they're doing stuff like this. Despite the risk, the trend of swallowing goldfish continued unabated for several months. It finally died down in the summer of 1939, but it remains one of the most bizarre and dangerous fads of the 20th century. The goldfish gulping craze was a weird moment in American history, but it also had its moments of humor. It is a reminder of the lengths that people will go to for attention and of the dangers of peer pressure, especially among these Ivy League students. It is also a reminder that some fads are just too weird to be taken seriously. I hope you liked this video. If so, be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe here at StudioJake After Dark. Don't forget, you can support me on my locals community. The link is in the description. And don't forget to ask, what happens when you turn out the lights?